What is going on, Wolfpack? Savage here. I hope you're having a good day, and I hope that the new update has been treating you better than it did us on the first day. The invisible glitch and all this other crazy crashing and issues, the release was kind of a cluster, but hopefully it's shaking back by the time you're watching this video. But anyway, in today's video, we'll be breaking down and analyzing a random squad gameplay where I'll be spectating the squad throughout the entire game, swapping from team to team to team, and analyzing everything from rotations and gunfights, and kind of recommending you guys what to do in the wasted time that you're just sitting up doing absolutely nothing. But before we get into the video, if you have not already, make sure you subscribe to the channel, join the Wolfpack today. Also leave a like on this video. Let's get this video to 2,000 likes. And as always, if you guys are tired of playing by yourself and you want to find other teammates of equal or even better skill than you, make sure you join our Discord community of over 8,000 people. The link to that will be in the description below, and you guys can utilize the looking for group pages to your advantage. But without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into the gameplay. All right, unfortunately, the beginning of the game, which was literally 50 of the players, we were spectating a team that was attempting to do the invisible glitch. Fortunately for us and for everyone in the server, they were unsuccessful at attempting it, but they're definitely shitty for even trying. I got killed by invisible people at least 7 of the 20 matches I played yesterday, and it just definitely made the game more unenjoyable. But hopefully by the time this video gets released, the shit will be patched. But here we are spectating this quad, and they are sitting at the bottom of Stadium. Now, I never recommend looting Stadium. I think Stadium is just too big. There's a lot of shit here, but it just takes way too long to loot this entire area. These guys do have their loadout, and still they're just here kind of doing nothing. This is the wasted time that I've been talking about. Once you guys have your loadout, once you guys have plates, there's no reason for you guys not to move on out. Not to mention our boy Tancinko has 2 plates, but he has enough money to go ahead and buy more plates. He's definitely missing out on that opportunity. But these guys should be moving out. But here we are taking the zip line again to waste more time. The whole goal of battle royales is to get loot and move on out and fight. It's a misconception, and it's kind of a distraction to you guys, and they do this shit on purpose. They make these massive buildings, they put all this loot in there, and it kind of ties up you guys' time. So while you're in the middle of loot and shit you really don't need, another team that's actually doing what they're supposed to, which is going out there hunting for fights, are going to come up behind you and clap you in the back of the head. Well, that's new. Man's about to be Daredevil. Yeah, I was just kind of dick at him to leave you. I'm not gonna lie. I agree with you, Tancinko. What an asshole. Just to go pick up purple instead. Nope, purple. Where's he going? But again, this is a waste of time I'm talking about right here. We should be utilizing this time to get a UAV in the air, go out there some fights. We have downtown next to us. We have TV station above us, and we have the entire west side of the map, which we're probably never gonna see. Everyone needs to break out of this habit of just sitting up here waiting for players to come to you. This is a battle royale. People are not just going to come to you all the time. If you guys want higher kill games, you're going to have to get out there and start hunting. And again, I was never a perfect player. Back when I started playing H1Z1 and PUBG, I fell into the same shit. That's why I can sit here and tell you guys of what not to do, because I remember being in this position, new to the battle royale, sitting here like, what do I do now? I'm too scared to move. Break out of that fear, and once you guys break out of that, your KD will jump tremendously. I can promise you that. Apologize, I'll be making my sneak energy while we're in the middle of doing this, since this team's clearly not doing much. Also, use code SAVAGE at purchase. This shit is the truth. This shit is the truth. But I want you guys to put yourself in this position. What would y'all be doing at this? Would you guys be doing the exact same situation, just kind of running in a circle for no given reason, following your teammates like a puppy dog? Or are you guys gonna go out there, grab this bounty that you have marked, and go and try to get some kills? That's exactly what I would be doing. The game devs are kind of smart in putting objectives in the game, because this is a huge map and there will be a lot of downtime, and to get out of that habit of just sitting here doing absolutely nothing, you guys could be going after objectives. You can go after the flags, you can go after the bounties, you can go after whatever the hell you want. Possibilities are endless, and just like I was telling you guys, if y'all sit up in one spot for way too long, what's gonna happen? Another team that's a little bit more hungry than you guys is going to come up behind you and clap you in the back of the head. And that's exactly what happened to your dude, Stakiness. Someone in my comments the other day was like, Savage, I thought only toddlers and people in middle school pronounce names wrong on purpose. I'm not doing this shit on purpose. I physically can't read this crap. But here we have a position where he's challenging a fight he shouldn't challenge. If you looked up there, let's see if I can rewind it. When you're challenging someone who's head glitching, which is kind of what he's doing, kind of, sort of. He's shooting between the cover, not over the cover, but same situation. When you're shooting at somebody with an AR that's really not built for this kind of range and this kind of accuracy, you need to learn when to fight and when not to fight. This is a position now that I wouldn't take this fight, because he's got a way better position. He's got the high ground. He's got a lot of cover. We can only see a little thing of his head, and I guarantee you this gun's gonna have a lot of recoil. So with saying that, I'm not telling you guys to run from the fight. Definitely go ahead and kill him if you want. You guys love Stadium. You might as well go back and fight him, right? But I wouldn't fight him in this position. I would definitely try to push closer to him, and or if it's your prerogative, back out of this fight, because this position right here is a terrible position. And just, I mean, how many times did we hit the enemy to how many times did he actually hit us? And again, that's just knowing when to fight, when not to fight. And again, because of that head glitch, because of that head cover right there, it was just not worth. If you had a sniper, by all means, let's get it. But this gun right here is not built for that. It's a very accurate weapon, but it's not built for that kind of cover. And then lo and behold, damn, that dude just blazed through that smoke. And here we go, taking the fight we shouldn't take again. And yeah, and now we're down again. Also, even if he would have had other plates to replate up and fight that, it's still a bad fight because the guy still would have downed us and he would have wasted more plates. This is just a bad spot. Rotate out of this position, try to get closer. We got vehicles behind us we could take to get closer to him, or again, bail out completely. But now it could be a 2v4. We don't really know. This guy is humming some Kobe's though. He just got shot from the right hand side. Well, now his left. There's an enemy right there, actually. All right, now as far as that team's concerned, the enemy team that killed our team, they did a great job. They had one guy that was up top taking shots. He got a down, he got another down, executed him, and he just had a great position. And he was telling his team, boys, light him up. So meanwhile, while he's up there head glitching, two of their teammates that we know of, the guy in the camo that we downed, and then this guy right here, two of their teammates came out and pushed while we were distracted with homeboy in the room. So the team we were spectating played that completely wrong. They should have repositioned themselves, and maybe they could have been in a spot where they could have 4v2'd these guys, or they could have bailed out. But regardless, sitting there fighting this unnecessary dude, remember, it was quads anyway. We only saw one guy. So in my head, that alerted me that maybe their teammate's going to be out rotating us. So we overstayed our welcome and did not work out in our favor. All right, strangely enough, we're actually spectating a whole different squad. Not even the squad that killed us. That's unfortunate. All right, here we are spectating Newman and his boys, and they're broke as shit. And they got to get some stuff. They got to get some loot. Sniper glare down there on green mark. So good on green for marking that. And here we are still looting. Also, I don't like the fact that the team split up in twos. Normally, I tell you guys, you kind of want to split off in twos, or at least kind of outposition the enemy. Don't hold your pockets. Stay a little spread out, but still work together. And that's true still to this day, right? But the problem is they don't have good guns. Because they don't have good guns, they might want to stay together so they can kind of bulldoze through teams using bullshit weapons. And because we're so spread out, now green goes down. Purple's there to hopefully save them, but we need to be rotating ourselves back to our team because, again, we're under looted and we're not in position to be taking these fights. We don't know if the guy who downed green was part of a different team than these guys here in front of us. And because we're not 100% aware, I don't feel comfortable fighting this fight. However, they completely knew something I didn't. This guy was by himself. It ended up working out, but still, I think the strategy stays the same. I would rather you guys work together. And again, there's another guy that downed green, and maybe that's where purple marks at. So we have another team here for sure, right? For sure. So we need to be very careful. Sitting here looting for too long. Also, stop this shit, guys. Get out of the habit of sitting here taking too long. You guys need to prioritize your most important loadouts for your first three, right? Have your main loadout, then you have your ghost loadout, or if you grab ghost off the rip, then have like whatever else, your restock loadout is your second. Whatever your top two loadouts are that you're going to grab in a match, need to be 1 and 2. That way you avoid doing this. I don't know what he's doing. You have gas closing in right now. There's only 56 enemies left. We're sitting here with a possibility of another team here. And we're just in our loadout, reading the description of every gun that there is. What is going on? Dude, their teammate straight up backed out. He said, screw this, dude. Actually, because of the new update, he may have gotten DC'd. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt and say he got DC'd. Because his team is getting murked right now, and he's unfazed. This man gives no shits. There's a sniper right here. GG. I'm going to assume he got DC'd. God, I hope he did. So, ladies and gentlemen, now we are down to what the freaking crap was that, bro? Now we're down to 48 people left on the map. We got a slide canceling Nelson out here, rocking the new Cold War weapons, ADSing on everything, slide canceling. I love to see it, man. Guys, if you're not slide canceling, you're messing up. Slide canceling does so many things for you. It keeps your head moving. That way you're not an easy headshot for a sniper that's tracking you at head level. It also resets your double time perk so you can run faster for longer. And also, it's just a faster way to move. Slide canceling also helps you move across the map faster than walking naturally. Now, he did throw a ping out there, and it was because a blip popped up on the mini map. So I love the fact that he saw that. He pulled up his big map. You could tell because he was able to ping it. And then he pinged exactly where the blip was at. There's the guy right there. I actually just see him. Instant. I'm not a huge fan of the edge of the circle rotations at all. I think strategically it doesn't make any damn sense. But again, this is just wasted time. I want you guys to notice we have 41 enemies and they're dropping fast. And also the circle is moving far to the west. and we are just hugging the edge of the circle. Again, I don't recommend that, but I'm gonna stop saying that this video, I promise. But we need to get going. We need to get in there. This guy's slide canceling and knows what he's doing. He's pinging enemies, so he's a pretty competent player. I'll give him that. But again, it's the wasted time that players do is the reason why he only has 4 kills. And there's nothing wrong with that by any means. There are a lot of games I play where I'll win with 3 kills. It just depends on what's going on, right? But just because of the wasted time that I see, it's not because of the way the game's being dictated. It's because we're not using the time to our benefit. All right, as you're pushing a compound, you definitely want to scan to the best of your ability. You want to kind of look at windows, and also you want to do it together. Blue's pushing across by himself. I don't mind you splitting things for sure, but try to be a little bit faster. That's a little too long. Somebody needs to be with Blue. So when you're pushing the compound, I'll use my mouse right here. When you're pushing the compound like this, you want to keep your eye on the windows and doors, right? Broken windows are always a given sign that it's been looted or there may be a player in there. Same thing with open doors. Now, judging by compounds, you kind of have to develop a habit of guessing where enemies are going to be at. When you look at these 3 buildings right here, where is the most prominent spot for a team to be at? The best building would be yellow building. That's where people love to camp. Why is that? Because it's multiple stories and there's multiple rooms on each story. This one right here is also multiple stories, but because it's little tiny bedrooms, people don't usually like camping in there, but it does have a great benefit because of this little rooftop, and then you can roof jump from one building to the other. This building right here, players hate by nature. They hate camping in 1 stories. And I don't blame them, honestly, because you can get bum rushed by a squad from 4 different angles at the same time. So you always need to keep your eye on the most prominent building you believe there's going to be enemies at. For example, as I'm running across, I'm going to keep my crosshair somewhere on this building, scanning from window to window. That way, when he peeks, I can instantly just snap on him, and my crosshair's not way the hell somewhere else. This is probably one of the best games that I can tell you guys. The more you play, the better you'll become. And I mean that. And vice versa. The less you play, the worse you become. And that's a nice little bag you found right there, brother. We got a buy station next to us in this position. I definitely would get some UAVs. Self-reses if you prefer. But again, I would rather UAV at least 1, because as we're crossing the ravine, we're going to have to mess with FU Mountain. We're going to have to mess with all the people at hangars gatekeeping us. And I'd rather kind of have an idea of who's on the map than not have any idea at all. And yes, I'm aware that a lot of people use Ghosts, but still, it's a great tool to use. I definitely don't want you guys to discount that, because again, not everybody uses Ghosts, and also people coming back from the gulag may not have Ghosts yet. So definitely utilize it to give you guys some kind of an idea of where to go. Now, crossing this ravine is dangerous, very dangerous. There's no skill and strategy that I can tell you guys to move across this flawlessly. These guys should have predicted the circle rotating to the west-hand side circles ago. Not even this circle, but the last circle should have given them an idea that the majority of the circle is going to be on the other side of the ravine, and they need to move early. Hence the pre-rotating. You guys want to pre-rotate circles if they're not in your favor. This ravine right here is very dangerous to cross because of these hilltops. And then, of course, even if you get safe over the ravine and safe over the hill, you have all the wide open area between you and hangars that you're going to have to deal with as well. So I probably would have rotated this 4 or 5 minutes ago. But in the position we're in now, what I would do is one of 2 things. 1, pushing right here isn't a bad idea because we're kind of on the edge of the circle. So our right-hand side should be relatively clear. So that way you don't have to worry about your left side. And it's kind of better to worry about one side than both, right? Also, another option, which is a safer option, probably would be pushing by the bridge. You guys could use the bridge as cover as you push across. The chance of getting sniped from the hill in this position is very slim. And as you see right here where we're at now, this hill has a clean line of sight on us. But again, because there's only 24 enemies on the map, the chance of somebody even seeing us over here is slim to none. Most players will probably rotate. Don't worry about that flag, fam. Oh, don't you worry. There's 11 seconds left, and these guys are going back for a flag. I love recons. I do. I really do. I don't believe this is the play. These guys may be able to get it in time, but still, I'm more worried about rotating. Playing the edge of the gas is just not a benefit at all. And yes, they will complete the recon, and yes, it is a benefit to know where the next circle's at. I will give them that. But again, I'm more stressed out of the fact that they're going to have to cross out in the open to the next circle with very little cover as a guy parachuting above them. And the circle's going to be smaller. The longer these guys wait to rotate, the smaller the circle gets. And the smaller the circle gets, the more condensed the circle gets. Meaning, if you guys have to cross in the open, the chance of being spotted is a lot better than it was earlier. I like the fact that every time he sees somebody pop up on the mini-map, he pulls up his map and he pings them on the map. I absolutely love that, dude. This is the second time Nelson's done that. So Nelson is a perfect example of a player that lives inside of his map, so I love it. All right, so we need to move to the next circle. How do we do this? I wouldn't move this way. I would not push to the west because eventually we're going to have to push back across. One thing I will say, this whole time this team's been over here, they haven't looked at the big ass mountain right in front of them yet. Haven't ADS'd on it, haven't even dragged their crosshair to that mountain, and that's more what I'm concerned about than anything. Because everybody who comes in from hospital, everyone who comes in from promenade, and everyone who camps on FU mountain are going to be sitting there. Not to mention there's someone just bought a teammate back, so clearly someone's in that vicinity. Now with a circle this small, where do we go? Where do we go? Again, I like to split the circles down by the open areas. This right here is a wide open area. This right here is a wide open area. So in my heart of hearts, where I would want to be is in this area. I'd want to be around the apartments or the green roof building, which orange marked, right? If you're at the titty buildings and the circle moves out this way, guess what? You have to cross a huge open spot. Yes, there's a vehicle there, but knowing there's a vehicle there, what does that mean? There's probably another team there that pulled the vehicle up, so you're gonna have to get in a fight there, which I'm not against. But again, if I'm gonna get in a fight, I'd rather get in a fight in a position that I want to be at, because if the circle doesn't favor this area here, you have a mountain you could use to push across this way, and again, you have a lot of cover and a lot of buildings and a lot of angles you could use to kind of give yourself cover if you do have to push the titty. So I believe that apartment area is probably your best strategic point right now in this circle that we know of. So that's exactly where I'd want to go. But again, I'm not against a titties push, but I just don't think it's prime. I don't think it's prime at all. All right, so we got a lot of shit happening around us. We have a lot of shit happening around us. We have a team at titties, of course. A guy just pulled up and someone's shooting at them. So there are two teams over here. We have two vehicles driving this way. And as you can see, green, purple, blue, and orange are all unaware of this. And we're focused up on what's marked. Not to mention, we know there's a guy here because we just saw him fall from the heavens. Not to mention his team's over there. So we can account for at least 4 other enemy teams, right? I don't like this. These guys diverted their push. They diverted their attention to come to here. And what does that mean is going to happen? One of two things. These two vehicles are either going to A, splat the shit out of us, B, jump out on us and shoot us, or C, we're going to get shot from behind once these two teams finish fighting each other. This right here is not a good spot. I would not want to be here. It's center of an in-game circle. When you guys are center of an in-game circle, what does that mean? It means you're going to get clapped from all different directions, so don't do it. Let's see how this plays out. All right, green's finally noticed it. There's a lot of shit up. Green's down. Blue's probably going to be next. And now we're basically in like a Shark Tank. We're just being surrounded. And again, yes, we're getting a kill, but we're in a very bad position to get pinched. Very bad position. Regardless if this fight works out or not, I am not a fan of it at all. There goes Blue. Blue is now down, so we've lost 2 teammates for 1 kill. I'm sorry, 2 kills. Still not on board with that idea. This guy right here is completely oblivious to what's going on. He's going to go for the execute. He was trying. My man was trying. All right, was not a team wipe, so we still have one more guy on FU Mountain glared at him right now. Let's see what happens, ladies and gentlemen. But we do have enough money to get the buy off. It's a risky situation, though. We don't know if there's one guy up there. We don't know if it's a whole team. We don't even know if it's the last guy of that squad we just tried to wipe, but we definitely want to get up there and fight with our teammate. And unfortunately, we're not there with him, and he goes down by himself. Now, there's definitely 2 enemies there. So we need to worry about one of the guys of the 3 men we just killed, and 2, where the hell are the other guy's teammates at? And again, this is why I wasn't a fan of the push. It almost ended up working out. If they could have gone up there and squad wiped these guys together and brought their teammates back, they'd be sitting in prime time. But unfortunately, because of the bad decision made moments ago, he got shot in the back of the head. They put themselves in a position to get picked off one at a time and then third partied because they were in the center of the circle. Everyone just needs to stop playing in the center of the circle when it's in game. I never, ever, 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 ever recommend being in the middle of the circle in an in-game situation. But ladies and gentlemen, here we are, spectating my dude Weef. And there's a guy buying a teammate back down there. Looks like he's going to go back and camp Subway. Most likely, we got a teammate on the other apartment building. Uh-oh, your boy going to come in and pistol you to death? Nope. And he gets absolutely right now. McCarthy gets killed coming back from the heavens. His teammate just bought him back. So your teammate puts themselves in a bad position to buy you back. What do you do when you come back in the game? You don't land right on a building, right? You look down, you pull your parachute, you see if there's a guy there. Don't pull it super low to the ground. Pull it when it's high up. ADS, see if there's an enemy there. If there's not an enemy there, guess what? Then you can land. But you gotta look. That guy didn't even look. He didn't even know we were here. He didn't even know we were here because he didn't look, and it cost him his life, and it almost cost him his teammate's life. It still might. It still might. All right, here Purple is going to go push him. We'd only think there's one guy. Because Purple's pushing, I wouldn't be against you going down there and helping Purple. Oh no, brother. Oh no. And the reason why I wouldn't have been against him going down there and pushing is because we only think there's one guy. There may be more. So the last thing you want to do is have your teammates, get wrecked, is have your teammate go down there and get picked off. Now, Jeffries played that well. He played the staircase, was able to pick off purple in front of him. Then he looked up and shot us. I'm assuming because the guy that we killed on the roof probably pinged us, or he just paid attention to his mini map and realized, holy shit, there's a guy up there. Was able to beam the shit out of us. That Mac 10, by the way. Ooh, I will be doing a setup video here very shortly, boys. But ladies and gentlemen, here we are spectating Jeffries and his squad. They are in a 3v6 situation. 5 teams left with only 6 enemies. So, I mean, we're looking at a couple duos, maybe a trio, mostly solos. Mostly solos. This should be a very easy, this should be a very winnable fight for this team. Now, they have green roof building. Is it the weirdest shit that I literally called go to green roof building or apartments on the get-go before our team died on the hill? Why was that? Because it's the prime position. No matter where the circle rotates to, this building right here will be primed to rotate out of, but it will be almost impossible for you to rotate into. Now, look at Titties. There is a building safe on Titties, but again, the chance of the circle favoring that building after this circle, very slim as shit. It may happen, but it's very slim. The chance of the circle favoring us or the hill that's right next to us, it's very easy to get to, very high. Let's see where the circle goes. Let's see if I'm right or if I'm wrong. Shit. Well, at least you guys know I'm not perfect. The circle actually ended up favoring the other squad, but not all hope is lost. What we need to do right now is get this guy that's laying prone behind the rock taken care of. That's right here on the mini map. And also clear this hill. So we don't want to rotate right now. You don't want to rotate right now because if you rotate too early, not only do you have to fight these guys, but again, there's 3 other teams. So you're probably gonna have to fight a team on the hill that we were just shooting at. So you'll end up pinching yourself. So in this situation, you want to slow it down, play the edge of the gas, wait for some good picks, and fight this team, because this team on the hill is going to have to move out into the open before you do. Once you kill them, then you guys can kind of work and plan your rotations. Unfortunately, I was wrong. This was the favored side, but again, we don't know where that is unless you do the recon objectives, and I still think my strategy holds true. It will be very hard for us to push across and contest these guys in this building. It's just unfortunate luck, and unfortunately, that's what this came down to, was luck of the next circle. But we need to get our teammate up, and we need to get a pick. We need to fight this team first. That team first and foremost, because if we get a pick at Titties, it doesn't matter. If we push that pick, guess what? We're going to get clapped in the back of the head from the team on the hill. Prioritize the team on the hill by getting on the rooftop. Then once the team on the hill is killed, then prioritize the guys at Titty. Now, we only have a little bit of open space we need to cross. The street right here is not that crazy, right? We have a lot of rocks. We have a lot of trees. We could do this if we utilize cover fire correctly and, again, get a crucial pick. All right, we're rotating a little early. Again, not a huge fan of it, but all we have to do is play patient still. You don't want to get clapped by a team on the hill or another team in here. Wait for them to start fighting each other, hopefully swing in for a third party. Utilize their distraction to your advantage. And here we go. They're fighting right now, trying to get the best building. I probably would have gone inside and cleared this out first, because the last thing I want to do is get super hyper focused on this building and end up going down, because there's so many freaking windows, man. There's so many windows and things you can get shot from. Not to mention, if you do get in a fight with the guys in here and there is a guy in this building you're next to, he's going to jump out the window or run out the back door and come shoot you in the back. So I'm not a fan of that play at all. All right, so now we're in a prime time where the circle does a reverse. It flipped it and reversed it. All we got to do is wait. That's it. Wait patiently. It's a 2v3, probably a solo and a duo. Duh, 3 teams up. No, we're moving too early. I love the rocks we're at. I love the rocks we're at. We're running too early. Don't turn your back on the enemy. Help your teammates shoot the enemies. Dude, where the hell is the solo at, bro? I don't think he's there. Oh, he's invisible. Dude, what an asshole, bro. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what to say. That team looked like they had the prime time. I mean, you can't fight Casper. That's all I gotta say, bro. I mean, there's no strategy in that one at all. Just bend over and let them do it. It is what it is. Guys, I really hope you enjoyed the video. Very unfortunate ending. Hopefully, again, by the time this video gets released, the glitch will be gone. It didn't even cross my mind in the middle of that match. I'm gonna be honest. That is a very unfortunate way for that team to die. But again, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, leave a thumbs up, and as always, you have a good one. Until next time, good luck in Warzone. You're gonna need it. Thank you for watching. I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you check out one of these 2 bangers right there. And as always, click that beautiful icon right there. And until next time, you have a good one and keep on improving.